missing the kangaroos. I have the GoPro turned off, and as soon as I turn it off, a kangaroo comes up. There's one there, there's two there, you got them. Haha, beautiful. I've got to be careful, I've got to slow down a bit. They're everywhere. Pink and grey gallards. There they go, look, there's more. Yay, we got them. Now, with all the technology that we have available to us, I have a GPS here, which I can't, I just hit a bump there. Been looking for a particular road, and I programmed the Garmin, and it said, yep, keep going, and then all of a sudden it said, make a left turn onto a dirt road, which I did. And then the damn thing, I thought, no, it's taking me, but I'm looking for a river crossing, and it's called Bonshaw Weir Road. And apparently that road, they said it was going to take me there. Now 250 metres, here is apparently Bonshaw Weir Road, and it is. However, the story here is, I went up and down that road, I reprogrammed the thing to take me to another little town here called Texas. Texas is up that way, 22 k's. Bonshaw Weir takes me into Bonshaw and then across to a place called Yellerton. But the Garmin got confused, and it was going to take me a 40-kilometre detour back to get to Texas, when in actual fact Texas was straight ahead. This is where these things go wrong. And you know, you learn to trust them, but you can't trust them the whole way. There's no substitute for a paper map. I'm trying to actually reconnect with the Bruxner Highway, which is actually on this other side of the river, and there are very few on this particular road that I'd just been on. There's very few crossings, and the other one that Ryan and I came in on earlier, a couple of days ago, was way 40 odd k's backwards. And this road is supposed to, the road that I'm now on will take me across. There is a bridge to get across the river, and then I'm back into New South Wales, and I'm virtually, you know, from then on I head suddenly almost west and then southwest, if you like. But these GPSs, sometimes they get confused, and I updated it before I left. Now this is the actual weir. I think I just saw it off to my left, and this is a floodway going across, which shouldn't have any water in it. And this is the crossing, right? This is the actual little crossing. You see, oh, it's nice, flowing, yeah. And there is a weir, and there's a kangaroo in front of us, look. Or a wallaby. Well, there's a bonus. Now, this should take me, yes, it's going to take me to the Bruxner Highway, which is really where I want it to be. And I don't actually need to go to Texas. Texas. That's Texas, Queensland, folks. So we should be, yes we are, meeting up with the Bruxner Highway. Now how simple was that, Mr. Garmin? Very. Goondiwindi is 128, but I'm not going back to Goondiwindi. Bonshaw 8. Hang on. I want to go to Bonshaw. Oh, I'll head the road. No, I'm actually going towards Goondiwindi, and I go to a place called Yellerton, and then I can decide. Maybe it's easier. Maybe it's less confusing for the Garmin to go to bloody Goondiwindi. And then I'm looking for a town called Yellerton. It's actually a town called Yetman. It's probably just a little hamlet, but it's actually on the way, so I'm on the right track. I won't actually go. This road does, Bruxner Highway takes me towards Texas, but I don't actually have to go in there. This is a bit of carry on some of these back roads. They're They're not well signposted, but you know, if you start relying on a GPS, sometimes it's not quite accurate. It'll take you down roads that you really don't want to go down, but then that's part of the adventure. Yeah, I'm approaching a little place called Yetman, and I'm going to pull in and have a cup of coffee, and I'm going to reprogram these GPSs and have a real good look at my map, because I'm sort of heading some back roads. Yellowbon, hang on, no, ring a bell, no, I'm not going that one. Yetman. I'm just going to pull in down here. There's a shelter. Hey, this will do. Don't pull it. Look at that. Beautiful. And I can get my bearings now. Okay, Yetman. Oh, what a lovely little place. What is it, Yetman? Lovely people. That's the combined fuel store, post office, takeaway, cafe. Great. I love it. Beautiful. Lovely people. Now, Karen is going to take me down here. We're going to Warialda Road. 650 meters. I'm now going to start heading south, slightly southwest, or south.
500 meters, turn left onto
Yep, thank you, Karen. The B95. I don't need to go to Goondiwindi, it's sort of out of my way. So we'll head to Warialda, which is 81, and then I'll turn right and head towards Moree. I just threw the beast into second gear when I didn't need to. Inverell's this way. Inverell! Hey! But I won't be going there. 42 kilometres. There's a pretty little drive through here. I've actually been through some of these roads, so it's a first for me. There's a traffic hazard, yes, it's quite a big one. And these roads, of course, are subject to flooding, and I'm assuming that fairly recently they had a bit of water flowing over them, but there's not an awful lot of evidence at the side right now, so it's probably all dried up. A nice little drive. The next little place I come to is called Koolatai, Cooolatai, Koolatai, but we'll flick it on when we get. When I fueled up there in Yetman, the cost of the fuel for diesel there was $2.63 a litre. Now that sounds pretty outrageous. However, I have the view that these little towns can't exist unless people like me come through and spend a little bit of money. I know most of it goes to the oil companies, but it keeps them going. And you know, I don't begrudge these people a few dollars to keep going, because they're the backbone of this country, let me tell you. Oh, and look at that spread out before us. Beautiful. Australia. Get out and see it. I just passed a crossroads a kilometre or so back. To the left would be Inverell, to the right a place called Cropper Creek, and of course I'm going to Koolatai and Warialda. So this is the road through Coolatai and Warialda. Here is literally a house on wheels. It's a mini house, and these things are becoming all the rage apparently. Just little tiny houses. That one's actually got an air conditioning unit on the back, and it's got solar panels on the little roof. That's how cute. There is actually a little bit of a wind out here, and he's wobbling all over. That must be a hell of a thing to tow. Unfortunately, the road is really quite narrow. Maybe I'll get a chance to get past him soon. I'll tell you one thing, for all that it is quite windy out here, he's belting along. Might make a bit of a move here. No. Just got past him, and it's a truck that's towing it, because I was getting a bit concerned thinking if that's a car towing that thing, he's going way too fast. Now we hit a 50-kilometre zone. That guy was really over the limit, I think, in towing that particular thing. Coolatai. He's not slowing down, this prick behind me. I hate people like that, drivers like that. It's a 50k zone. You're supposed to stick to the speed limit, and he's right up my jacksie now, and he'll probably try to pass. Oh, come on. There's some idiots driving around these days. I know I go on, but it's true. Have a look at them. And then we have caravans. And this is a guy that pulled out in front of me at the Texas intersection, and he was belting along at a fair rate of knots too. Next stop is Warialda, and that's about 22 k's from here according to the GPS. And of course we always have to meet a tractor because this is their territory, so I'll slow down and pull over a little bit off the side of the road. Motorcyclists. Well, we're 5k's out of Warialda, and you can see that we've left sunny Queensland behind and we've come to cloudy New South Wales. But hey, that's to be expected, really. And this is Warialda. Or Warialda, I don't know how they prefer it pronounced. So we'll do it both ways. Warialda, Warialda. I'm looking for a signpost that takes me towards Moree, which should be the Guida Highway, I believe. Well, Warialda's a bit of a surprise. It's bigger than I thought. I thought it was just a little country hamlet. Karen's going to have kittens because whenever I program it, I just pick a street But Garmin always asks you to put a street in instead of just a localised area. And Karen's now having kittens because the street that I picked, I've got to go left and right and do all sorts of things. Oh, poor Karen. But I'll be turning her off soon. And I see a green sign ahead which indicates a road sign. Well, here we are, Warialda. They even have a Mitre 10, an IGA, pub. Oof, they got it all. Moree, B76. We're going round, sorry madam. We're going here, we're going towards Moree and then Bingara. Okay, give way. This is the Gwydir Highway. I'm not stopping in Warialda, I'm continuing. This is the Warialda geological display showing the diverse types of rocks within the Gwydir Shire. Wow, that's nice. But I've actually stopped here for purpose. That's the motel over there. Wow, that's a swanky looking little joint. Wonderful. I'm really going to reprogram Karen now, and because she's going to drive me crazy. Okay, she's reprogrammed in a pre-programmed. The instructions are to go to Moree, so she won't be arguing anymore. I cancelled the last trip to the whatever that street was here in Warialda. So now she's happy. She can take me to Moree. Can't you, Karen? I'm an idiot. Doesn't matter. Obviously, we just left Warialda, and now I really am heading west because that last little part of the journey from Yetman down through Kulatai and Warialda was really me heading sort of mostly south and a little bit west. Now I'm heading west, and hopefully in the next couple of days I'm actually going to gain some time back, and that means I can actually travel probably longer because I have more daylight, because I am now anxious just to get home. I've been away now, and I looked at the date and it's the 26th of May, and I left on the 30th of April, 31st, I don't know. So that's getting on now. It's nearly been 4 and a bit weeks, and I'm tired, and I want to go and see my lovely Kay and the lovely puppy Tilly, and I'm sort of sick of camping now for a while. Anyway, I've still got a few days to go, and I may or may not continue to take video, because once we say get to Moree, well, we're just repeating ourselves, because I intend to go back exactly the same way I came. And unless I see something really interesting, I may even just shut this video off now. But we'll see. Usually there is something happens and I continue it on and bore the living pants off all of you viewers. But anyway, you can always turn it off. Apparently there's a scenic lookout coming up, but as usual I'm not going to go and drive in there. I'll just see what it's like looking at it from the road. There you go, look at that. Look at that vista out there to the side. Oh, let's slow down here. They're actually refurbishing a rest stop there. Nancy Coulton Lookout, that's called. Oh wow, look at this. Woohoo! Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's Australia, folks. Eastern Australia. Apparently this is a low bridge with a clearance of 4.8 metres over the Gwydir River, and it's narrow, and you can only do 60 kilometres an hour over, and that looks beautiful out there. Ooh, pity you can't see it, you're only seeing the bridge. You'll have to come out and see for yourselves. And they have these sneaky damn cameras in this state. I hate these things. They check your speed, they average out your speed, and you can get a ticket. This is called Gravesend, and it's a 50 zone. Ah, they drive you crazy. 50 zones going through little places like this, so we don't knock over the pedestrians. Shit. Is anybody awake in town? Oh yeah, there's somebody getting out of the car. Okay. Watch out, girlie. We'll get you. Oops. Nearly ran off the road there, she. Gotta watch out. Where is everybody? They're at work, of course. It's Friday. 10 to 11. Anyway, Gravesend, eh? Not the most inspiring of names. The end of a grave. Anyway, that's it. We're nearly on the outskirts. Roadworks, traffic lights. Probably did this one. Oh no, we didn't, because we haven't been on this road. This is more repairing of flood damage, I think. I was going to say we probably saw these road works a couple of weeks ago, but no, we haven't. These are new ones. Anyway, all road works are the same. Off to the right, at that intersection, it takes you to a place called Palamalata. Palamalata, I think is the pronunciation. I saw it on the map and I said, oh, I love that name. Palamalata. Roadworks going in here. We're about 16 k's from Moree on the Gwida Highway. Like they're building maybe a bypass. Oh yeah, there's a new viaduct over a floodway or whatever. It showed a double lane road. Well, that'll be nice in the future. 2 lanes, maybe. Don't see much activity happening though. This is the annoying thing with some of these. They stick up roadwork signs and say reduce speed and, you know, we enforce the roadworks and speed limits, and then there's nobody damn working. What's the point? I'll tell you one thing though, there's a heck of a crosswind at the moment. Oh, it's howling. Appear to me, but it is, I can feel it. Alice Downs Road. Well, this is me back in the outskirts of Moree, and my plan here is to find a supermarket because I need to buy some of those bottles of water. I have no water, I've only got bulk water in the bag, and maybe something, just something quick to eat instead of having to dive into the back of the truck. And then I'm going to press on because I'm making good time. It's 25 past 11. I left this morning the farm where Ryan and I camped. I left at basically 7:30, 7:35, so that's 4 hours, and I've made it to Moree, which was my original plan. And if it's only 11:30, I've got a good 4 or 5 hours I can drive, and that gets me closer to home. So that's the plan. Well, I don't think this has happened to me before, but I'm actually in a funeral procession. I just stopped in at one of the local bakeries on the Gwida Highway, and as I was sort of getting ready to leave, a hearse came past, and there's this big line of cars. So we're all going to the cemetery. I'm going to the funeral. Don't know who it is. Didn't get an invite, but it's on the main highway. I think the funeral procession is all turning left, and I'm going straight ahead to Walgett. Well, oh yeah, there's the cemetery. Rest in peace, whoever you are. It looks pretty busy in the cemetery. They haven't got much room left. Okay, we're going to leave Moree now and we're heading to Collarenebri. Here's an oversized thing. Oh, it's swimming pools again. Look at that. Affluent society. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About, oh, gee, there's a lot of swimming pools, don't you? Anyway, we're heading towards Collarenebri and thence to Walgett. If we make Walgett today, we'll be doing really. It's not very pleasant driving conditions right now. If you look ahead, you'll see it's very dusty, and that's the wind. There's a shocking crosswind, and if you look closely, you'll see those little sort of mini tumbleweed things going across the road every now and again. But oh, gee, that wind is shocking, and it's obviously blowing topsoil off some of these paddocks. I'm sort of constantly moving the steering wheel to compensate. I've come to a T intersection and I'm going right to Collarenebri, and down to the left is Merry Winebone Road. I love it. And that goes to Burren Junction. Merry Winebone Road. Here's a bridge. Oh dear, excuse me, I had to sneeze there. Gee, the sun just got in my eyes. Walgett is only 83. I'm going to make to Walgett today. Yeah. Okay, to the right, Lightning Ridge, to the left, Brewarrina and Walgett. Well, Walgett and then Brewarrina. Of course, we're going left because we went to Lightning Ridge once before. Okay, nothing coming with. Okay. Walgett. Well, it's a Saturday. 26th, 27th maybe of May. And I just left Walgett. I'm heading now towards Brewarrina and then Burke on the Kamilaroi Highway, and we'll just see how far we get today. No set plan, just drive. 10 past 7, quarter past 7 now. So that's a good start. Weather's perfect. And we'll just keep going, heading west. We'll give you a little different angle from the car. My other GoPro has just, its battery just said it's too low, and I hadn't bothered changing it. I didn't charge it up overnight. But I will do that when I have my first coffee stop. But hey, this is a slightly different angle of the Kamilaroi Highway. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there's little white bits of stuff lying at the side of the road. It's all cotton. Apparently it comes off the trucks that are hauling these huge big bales of cotton back to the gin, and it looks like it's rubbish, but I don't know. I suppose over time it might fade or whatever. Just looks like lots of white paper. 2 emus just ran across the road in front of me. There's a rest area coming up here. I think I'll have a cup of coffee, plug my phone in, change the battery on the other GoPro, and then we'll press on, because we're only kicking the pants off Brewarrina. Oh, it's bumpy. Ooh, and it's muddy. Okay, that's a nice cup of coffee, and I changed the battery, so we're now on to the other GoPro. And now we'll head out of this parking area to Brewarrina. in Brewarrina. Well, there's cod. You can get Murray cod here, apparently, on the Barwon River. We're going over the Brewarrina Bridge. Oh yeah, and there's water in the river. Catch cod. Caravan is down there to the left in a sight. Oh, got everything. Codfish painted on the side there. I don't know if it picked it up on the GoPro. It probably didn't. Now I'm going to head to Bourke, I think. You can go the other way. You can go to Nyngan. There's 2 or 3 different ways I can get to Cobar, but I prefer to go across to Bourke and then down the Kidman Way to Cobar. You can go other ways, but I think I'll just do this the way I know, and it's, even though it's about 30 k's longer, I just sort of like that drive down the Kidman Way. Anyway, this is downtown Brewarrina. There's a speed radar ahead, they're warning me. I'll probably get a little good tick because I'm only doing 39 k's. Yours, it's not even switched on. Come on. My speed now. Straight ahead I'm going, I think. Yeah, that's what Karen is pointing to. Apparently there are fish traps in Brewarrina too. I just saw a sign. So it's obviously a very old Aboriginal community here, and it's also a no alcohol. I think there's a Brewarrina Aboriginal Cultural Museum. That would be interesting. That must be it. Bye-bye Brewarrina. It's actually very cold out there this morning. When I had my coffee there at that truck stop before we got into Brewarrina, it was really cold, and as you can see I've got my quite heavy wind cheater on this morning. When I woke, the temperature was about 2 degrees this morning, so it is very cold at nights because of the clear skies, so to be expected, and I'm not complaining. I'm warm enough. This route that I'm taking from Brewarrina across to Bourke and then down to Cobar must be fairly popular with Western Australians going to Queensland and coming back, because the last 2 cars that I've seen coming the other way from the west have been WA registered, so that's pretty unusual, I think, but obviously this is a popular way to come for West Aussies. Good to see. I had, talking about the route back to WA, I had actually thought about going a different way and across Queensland through Longreach and then to the Stewart Highway and back down to Alice Springs, and from there across the Great Central Road, but the fact that I had so much trouble with the car to start with, and it still has an awful sort of rattle in the morning, which I'm putting down to an injector problem that might be, not that it's actually singing along really well now, but in the morning before the oil and everything else heats up, it makes some funny noises. So when I get back to WA, I'm going to find myself a decent mechanic, and I'm going to get them to go right over this vehicle and maybe give me an estimate on, you know, almost well, not so much a complete rebuild, but what needs to be done to bring it right up to scratch. It was suggested by Harry in Port Augusta that I do a exhaust and have the injectors either refurbished or replaced. And when I was at Ryan's, he had arranged to have a mobile mechanic who was going to come out and actually do an assessment, but the guy called in sick, and so left us a little bit in the lurch. So I haven't done anything, and that's why I decided, blow it, I'm going to go straight back home and get there, and then I'll decide. I mean, it might be for me the beast's last journey across the country if it's going to cost too much to get him brought back up to scratch. Maybe I should start looking at another vehicle, but hey, who knows? That's in the future. Might even be my last trip across the country, because I must admit it's getting a bit boring now. And you people sitting there watching this, and all the roads must be getting a bit bored too. But anyway, to each his own. Couple of caravans. Oh, that was a Nissan pulling that one. And a nice Suzu. They always seem to travel in pairs, caravans. Maybe it's like two girls. The girls always seem to have to go to the toilet with each other for some reason. Caravan rock duster right in front of me. Ripper. I hope I got that. Come back again, buddy. He's off to my left. Oh, he's going to fly. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Watch. Here he goes. Yay! Ripper. And just as that exciting happened, there we come into Bourke. So here we are coming up to a 50 speed limit. So we'll get some fuel in Bourke. I think I'm down to my, it's just above a half a tank, but I'll top it up anyway. I'll top it up. Bourke. Well, that was exciting. Crop duster right in front of me twice. Yay! So now we're looking for the service station. I think that's one down there in the front. So it's busy this morning, Saturday morning at 9:45. Why are you sitting on the ground, young fella? Fixing a fishing rod. Gee whiz. Well, we've filled up fuel. Now we're going to head towards Cobar, and I want to be on the Kidman way, not the one down to Nyngan, so I'm going to find the sign, which is down here somewhere. It says Cobar and Nyngan, and then one turn off, and that'll be us. And here we are. Watch out, kiddies. Oh, watch, there's a car coming. Oh. So this is Bourke. On a Saturday morning at now 10 o'clock. Town centre is down there to the right, but we won't be going there.